my name is Moon Petrie, and I am about to leave all this chaos and head out on my little micro writing retreat. And here I am in a hotel room by myself with no idea what I'm doing. So have a tour of my hotel room, which is nice, but there's not a lot to it. I don't know how nice it is. I don't like stay at fancy hotels, but it's clean and everything works, and I'm delighted. There's a little desk. The chair looks really low for typing at the desk, but you may have noticed there's an enormous pile of pillows, so I shall just sit on an enormous pile of pillows. I've decided that I just need to like decompress this first night, and so I am going to do spa stuff and order food to be delivered and read probably, and maybe work on some like calendar tracker type ideas, but I'm not going to try and get my brain into revision until tomorrow morning. I am wearing some of my most writerly earrings though. Here's my little desk situation, and there's also an armchair over here. The mini fridge is actually quite good sized, and yes, I am making some late night coffee. My husband got me these adult coloring books with intricate designs months ago. I never took the time to color any in, so I did that while enjoying the fact that I could listen to a thriller audiobook without worrying about traumatizing small children with the scary parts, so no headphones necessary. Dinner has arrived. Continued listening to audiobook while eating, and then carried right on coloring. The only actual self-care I did was a first coat of nail polish that evening. Good morning. I slept until 8:15. No, I mean I woke up at 5:30 as usual, and then I got to go back to sleep. The real question is, should I change out of my starry pajama pants to go check out the breakfast in the lobby? All right, I did. I'm so put together. I'm leaving the socks and sandals though. Birkenstocks? Snagged myself some breakfast and retreated back to my room. I love nail polish with the really chunky glitter, but it's so hard to get it to go on the way I want it to. Letting nail polish dry is a great time to listen to an audiobook though. I've never done this before, but my hygienist recommended this product. I'm concerned about not being able to drink anything for 30 minutes. I drink constantly. While the tooth whitening stuff was theoretically whitening my teeth, I took some time to make a calendar. I did not make one for the small remainder of January, but got started on the February one right away and considered some sticker possibilities. Well, that was weird, and I am not convinced it made any difference at all. So there are definitely major benefits to being here, like, the peace and quiet. But I am a little bit missing my usual setup, because when I, at home, bump the table I am working on, my tea is actually, I put my tea on a stool sitting next to the table so that I cannot, spill it all over my, everything. I am now doing a thing very actually specific to this project, woohoo, and it is this. So I was talking to my wonderful husband about how I might approach some of this stuff I'm trying to approach in this revision, and I am drawing from some of what he said and also some of what I did way back when with my very first book, with my first revision pass on that, which was super fun for me. I was just super psyched that like I had finished a book, you know, so it has these very positive memories. And so what I'm gonna do is this. So there's like a prologue and an epilogue, but they're both super, super, super short, which is like a paragraph or something. And then there are 20 chapters at this point. Because dividing it into chapters is something I did not do while I was writing it, but is something that I did do during NaNo with what progress I did make on revision. So I am going to have color-coded categories. So what we're gonna work with here is like major things I need to be on the lookout for throughout. And this is what it looks like now. So I have a space for each of the color-coded categories, and I also have space down here or over here because I did write some extra chapters or scenes, chapter fragments from Webster's perspective, and I don't know if I'm going to add Webster as a POV character. Overall, the whole thing is like very, very short, so I'm gonna work on filling it out with all of this stuff that's absolutely necessary, see how I feel about Webster by the end of doing that, and see if I need to include him as a POV character or not, yeah, after working on the other stuff. All right, I've been thinking about it, and I think my anxiety here is largely because I am too worried about making it just right. And at this point, that just is not the goal. And I'm gonna put that there to help me keep in mind. I'm trying to go from quick first draft to a second draft that makes clear sense and is reasonable for other humans to read, and that's all. Going to head out into the outside world, but it is really cold. Much better prepared for the weather now. So I went to Applebee's. I know it's not special or fancy. I am not special or fancy, and I love the chicken wonton tacos appetizer, so I had 2 of them. I don't know how much I'm supposed to put on. I feel like maybe I shouldn't have just put it in my eyebrow. I would not like to pull those out. Oh man. Should have brought some cucumbers for my eyes. What was I thinking? Just realized I'm supposed to leave this on for 20 minutes. I hate it already. It's weird. Well, the good news is I still have my eyebrows. I did this once before, and I don't remember it being that intense to get off. But maybe I did a thicker layer this time probably. But yeah, it was easy enough to unstick it from my eyebrow and where hair had gotten stuck in with a wet washcloth. The peeling it off, whew, made my eyes water. I don't feel like I look fabulous enough for it to be worth it. In fact, I feel like a little tender. Wait a minute, cause it feels really smooth though. Got my striped linen pajama pants on, make me super comfy while feeling, you know, a little bit fancy. I'd be fancier if I ever like ironed them. So I took my revision notes before I divided my manuscript into chapters. So I need to divide my revision notes into chapters based on the manuscript and have the opportunity to just immerse myself in it, try and just get in the zone, get in the tone. In the meantime, while I have 3 documents open, I have a synopsis with the chapters broken up. I have the draft itself, and I have the revision notes document. But I'm having a little break for this ridiculous treat that my wonderful husband got for me. It is a chocolate dipped orange slice, candied orange of absolute gorgeousness. I'm making such a mess, but wow, that was amazing. Such complexity of flavors and textures. Wow, what a fun treat. I need to wash my hands before I can touch my keyboard again, though. Although I did not need pillows to achieve a chair height that worked for using the desk to write at, I did use a pillow to turn the chair into a desk, sort of. Being in a small space this whole time, I just tried to find different locations or arrangements to make myself comfortable and not just sit the same way the whole time. And I did actually get some stuff done at this point, although I want to say it was worth it just to have this crazy amount of reading time. I read, I had the last 20 minutes of one audiobook and then 2 other books, one an audiobook, one an ebook, that I consumed in whatever it was, like 42 hours. So that was fantastic, and I really needed that kind of recharging as well. But then, yes, eventually I did sit down and focus on the manuscript. So this is it. I stayed up late last night working on that read through, and now I'm packing up, getting ready to go. So I did break up the revision notes by chapter as I read through the manuscript again. I added a little bit to the revision notes, and I did do some changes. I have to say, one of the things that really pleased me was I found stuff that I hadn't checked off the revision list, but that I had done. I felt like I had made more progress on this manuscript than I had realized, than I had given myself credit for. And I'm gonna try to have that be the takeaway from this little writing retreat, that that I may not be giving myself credit for everything I deserve credit for. That when I start to feel like I'm not accomplishing enough, or I'm focusing on the things that I am not doing or haven't done, that sometimes it's just because once a thing is done, you stop seeing it. It stops being at the forefront of your mind, and I don't always take the time to acknowledge it, to look back and be like, here is what I have done. Because I always have the list of what I still need to do, and I don't take the time to make a list of what I have accomplished. And then it feels like all there is the stuff that I haven't accomplished. So until next time, I am Moon Petrie, and that is my takeaway from this experience. There may be more that has been achieved than you realize.